Why Do You Say Such Dangerous Things? That's the fourth track from my new album, my new Ash Feathers album. It's a short track for me. It's roughly about 3 minutes long, I think. And it's quite a folky track, actually. I'm not a folk musician. I'm wary of the term folk. I'm not sure about that term at all. It feels like it's sort of, I don't know, it feels like it attaches to an idea about the past that I'm not sure is actually true. You know, people call it roots music sometimes, and a lot of it in an English context I don't think is actually attached to any real roots, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And folk, the music of the folk is whatever's popular for the folk, and folk is just a word for people, so current popular music is folk music, isn't it? I don't know, I haven't thought about this haven't thought this through. Anyway, this song sounds a little bit like the thing that gets called folk music, whether that's a good term or not. There's a few, you know, bars of 3/4 in an otherwise 4/4 song, so, you know, I could claim there's still a bit of a prog influence in there as well. If you don't know, a lot of the music I've done as Tom Slatter is prog rock. The other things that go into this, I asked people to send me pictures, right? So someone sent me pictures of, I think it's an art gallery, but it's not actually a piece of art on the wall. It's a load of copies of political pamphlets from previous centuries. So there's stuff about the diggers and the levellers, and stuff about the Parliament of Ladies and things like that. And something called the Wiltshire Rant, which I thought was cool. At the same time as thinking about this song, I had been researching a bit of my family history. Yes, I've become middle-aged. That's what you do. So I know that there's people hope to find like either famous murderers or really rich people in their history, don't they? And I've found neither. What I've found is a load of people living in Victorian slums and working and sort of hand-to-mouth situations. So a lot of my family in the late Victorian age worked in a notorious slum, the Old Nickel, it was called. It was eventually sort of bulldozed and turned into slightly more salubrious social housing, although I doubt my family were allowed to move back into that new housing. And they were working as like making boots, and one of them as a silk weaveress. That sounds kind of posh, but it's not at all. It's difficult hand-to-mouth labour. So my family sort of, part of it at least, started in pretty unsalubrious condition, and then sort of gradually improved their lot over the next 3 or 4 generations, and I've seen a lot of social change, and that's what this song is about. It's about social change. It's about the idea that lots of people think you can't change society, but you can. It's difficult, it's not easy to do it, but there are lots of examples. Think about the suffragettes, the American Civil Rights Movement, where people do make the world change. So this song is about that. It's about people trying to make the world change, and it's like each verse is a conversation, someone suggesting that to a skeptical a person. Why do you say such dangerous things? Well, because we can change the world. So that's what it's about, I think. It's in the same tuning as the other opening songs to the album, so open C kind of tuning, and relatively simple chords, as you would expect from something called folk, with sort of building up building up vocally to a high G note, which took me loads of takes to get it right. I'm happy with the recording, but tricky. I'm slightly wary of trying to do that particular high note if I come to sing this song live. But yeah, that's what this song is about. Hope you like it.